Welcome back to my channel. Today I was walking through my garden and we're going through our summer, but our summer this season is very hot. And so then I had an idea, why don't I introduce you to one of my plants that actually is drought resistant and yet it produces beautiful flowers. Now this one is known as the Rose Campion and it's one of my favorite plants because look at those lovely flowers and the color. So welcome back to my channel. I'm Alice and I'm the Red Soil Gardener. Let's learn how to propagate this plant and also learn how to collect the seeds. So welcome back. So let me talk about this plant, and I've always liked it, and somehow with my friends I've always shared it, but somehow down the line I lost it. I'd given out so many cuttings and given out my seeds and I was left with no plant. So I go and see someone and they actually gave me a plant this size. And out of this plant, this size, I've managed to get all these, and I'll show you how to look after that. But at the same time is that as it grows, it has these beautiful flowers, and some of it does come in white, some of it does come in this beautiful pink color, and you get all sorts of different cultivars. So as we're having this dry season at the moment, and I thought to myself, I want to introduce an easy growing, low maintenance, drought resistant flower that can give that splash of drama, and that's where I found my Rose Campion. So what we're going to do today is that we will look at how to propagate through seed and also divide it so that you could see how easy it is to divide. So let's look at the plant. First of all, I believe it is such a beautiful plant, and what you notice is all these stalks sort of jump out from all the leaves at the base. Now if you look at the leaves at the base, this is the sort of structure you get, a lovely little Rosette sort of design, and what happens is the leaves come from the center. And through the center, once it's ready to flower, that's where you get the long stalks, as in this, that's where they come from. So if I can just turn this around, you get the idea. So from every single stem that goes outward, you will get flowers like that. And as the flower goes into seed production, what happens is other flowers start coming up, as in this, as this goes into flower, is that you do get these side branches, or let's say leaves, that will appear here, and again you will get the flowers. Let's look at the soil. Basically it likes a well-drained soil, but it's not particularly fussy about the type of soil for as long as it's well draining. And for as long as you don't plant it in wet areas, because it can't take the water around its root. The second thing, light requirement. Most of my plants like this, we usually have it in full sun, but it can sit in partial sun, but it just means that you won't get that many blooms. Now let's look at the water requirement. As I said earlier, it is a low maintenance, drought resistant plant, so it doesn't require that amount of water, but if it does get very, very hot and it is in its blooming season, I would just give it a bit more extra water. So what they usually call this plant is a short-lived perennial, and in some areas it would not actually go through the winter left outside. What happens is that once it does in colder temperatures, what I would actually do is that once it stops flowering, let's say at the end of fall, end of summer, beginning of fall, is that what happens, it will produce its seeds. And in areas that you do have cold winters, is that basically I would start at this particular time collecting your seed, because it does seed very quickly. But in areas like in the US, zone 4 to 8, it will start producing its bloom in summer, midsummer, right up until the end of summer. And if you do keep deadheading it throughout the blooming season, preventing it to go into a seed production, you will get blooms all the time. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I started off with one Rosette given to me by a friend, and in the end I've managed to get a lot of these plants. I mean, I can't even imagine how fast they've grown. But what happens is with this plant is that because you do get these abundance of flower, every single flower head does turn into seed. And this is why I've actually left this one and let it go into seed production, because I really wanted to show you how to do one, propagation through division, and then also show you how to collect your seed and the result of your seed. It is so easy. So basically what happens is that this is your plant and it will flower, as in here. But what happens is the flower will go into seed production and lose its petals. From there you will get a plant that looks like this. So basically all you need to do is, once it's dried, as it looks like this, completely dried, all I do is I take it and I pour it in my hands and all the seeds will pop off. So after I have my seeds, I just sprinkle it in a bowl with really great compost and a bit sandy, because it does love that well drain. And these are the seeds that have come up. What I will do as it matures is I will divide it into and put it in smaller containers and let it grow stronger, and keep moving it into different pots and then slowly introduce it into my garden. So that is basically why I allowed this bunch to go into seed production. Now the next method of propagation, as I wanted to show you, is what I had, which was initially one Rosette, and out of it I have so many. So what it is I've got my soil here, so I'm going to use my hands. So what I'm going to do is actually literally go in here, as we've seen the first Rosette. Why you get so many rosettes actually forming at the base of the plant is because this Rose Campion, what it does, it self-seeds, and that's the beauty. Because if you're living in a country, let's say if you've got in the northern hemisphere, as your plant is growing and seeding, those seeds will remain in the ground. And during winter, even if your mama plant does eventually die, because it can't take too much of that frost and the freeze, by the time you know it in spring, those little seeds will actually start sprouting, and out of that again you have your propagation and you can introduce that into your garden. And that's why at the base of this one plant I have so many little babies, because this is where the mother plant was actually throwing its seeds. So what I'm trying to do is actually pull out my rosettes, which are the plants, there they are, which are the plants that actually started from seed around the mother plant. And what I'm going to do with these ones is, out of each rosette you're going to get your plant. So this is basically it. So what I need to do is actually just clean it out like that. And this I can plant, and do have a deep enough pot, because if you look at this, the root stem, it's quite long. So do have not a shallow bowl. So here we have one, here we have 1, 2, so this is 3. So wow, So out of our little clump here, we could actually take these and grow them as I'm waiting to see where I can put it in the garden. So all I'm going to do is transplant it here. And if you are in a situation that you have a slightly bigger bowl, you could actually plant maybe 3 of them so that when they do flower, you get an amazing cluster. But as they are drought resistant and low maintenance plants, I'm actually going to introduce it in the garden and actually have that dramatic magenta color jumping out of that little bush. And so these are all in waiting, and also those are in waiting. And what I normally do when I do have lots of plants like this, I share them, because in the end, as you know, my garden is actually getting very congested, and it just makes you feel better when you share it. So here are my Rose Campion. I've transplanted them here in a sandy soil, and basically I'm just going to leave them there until I find a place in my garden and I can introduce it. I'll put this one in a single bowl and then again introduce it into the garden in a pot. But basically that's it, so good luck. Do buy this, because look at those leaves and look at how many seeds you can get out of your mother plant. And also, although they aren't popular in nurseries in Europe or in America, is that they do sell their seeds. So you could start with that and then move forward and eventually have your little rosettes that you can actually make your babies, and you'll get multitude of seeds. So thank you so much, fellow gardeners. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, to share, subscribe, press that notification button. Do DM me, and I'm on Instagram, and so I do answer. And do send me your comments. I do try to answer. They really do cheer me up and give me a lot of encouragement to continue. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.